in one of America's great cities, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Link. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Baylor Bears and the Temple Owls. Reese Davis, David Polly, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Bears ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tight end now in motion. Trying to establish the run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wide out. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. Can't get him to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Keep it on the ground. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Driven back.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's changing the play. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. This time they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
He'll try the left side. Sees some running room. Got a little grass. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Right down the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Gives it. defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down to the air. Caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Temple looking for a touchdown from the red zone. In the red area, it's West. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, after having 3 sacks in their last game, this offense knew they had to ID where this guy was going to line up every play, and they had to have an answer for him. Didn't have one there. He is so strong. He's so fast, and he just knows how to get home to the quarterback. He's got a 6th sense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the move. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to barge their way in. They were all over it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It is perfect. That brings him to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Throwing, Lagway. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's what players call a 7 route, and that receiver ran it to perfection.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Sets his feet, it's Lagway. Turns up, it's Coleman. On his feet at the 40. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Lagway. Makes the grab, it's Hill. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Extending the play. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open. Throw me the ball. Throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back to pass on 2nd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Baylor! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Motion from the wideout. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They want to run this quarterback. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Quarterback changing the play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Flagway wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Running inside, it's Coleman. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Flagway to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Bears with the 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Coleman. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll move the wide receiver. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 2nd down, going to throw it. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 20 team, the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the Cyclones, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Lagway to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Drops back. It's Slagway. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There's a crease. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Bears will try to move the chains on 4th down. Needs it. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
On the run, it's West. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Temple lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They're going to run it to the right. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll ride him again. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bears! And the route is on. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too far.
And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Throwing, Lagway. Right side, it's Hill. Makes a grab and room to run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Oh, maybe a double pass. They're all over him. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And finally getting home and getting the sack.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. 4th down, Lagway. Here comes the Heat. Powers through the defender. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Mitchell. Breaks into the open. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 1st. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Buying time to his right. Throwing on the run. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to...
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Temple. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Getting aggressive here and going for two. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it fly. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. What kind of field position can he help them with on? And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Wide receiver going in motion. Play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. A run for the quarterback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rolling right and going deep. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Got to make the play on 4th. Reels it in. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down?
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Flagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Finds his target. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And that is a massive play by the quarterback and great understanding of the situation, knowing if I can find a way to get a first down, this game is over. QB scrambles around, nobody open, David, but he does it with his legs and gets the W for his team.
And I'm not surprised whose hands they put the ball in. This is crunch time. Get the first down. This ball game is over. They trusted their quarterback, and they got it done.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm. And I think that's why he missed that throw.
Long way to go on second down. Going to the running game. Inside the 15. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bears! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll mark him down immediately. It'll be a first down, and they have put this game away with that one. Throws to the wideout. Holds on, it's Mitchell. Runs through a man, he might have some space. Past the 30, the 20. He's at the... And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point is good, and that's the way we'll wrap it up. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.